Acá nosotros a esto le llamamos señuelo. Rapala.
Rapala.
Sí.
Rapala. Rapala. Rapala.
Rapala.
Rapala. Ropi. Rapala.
Rapala. Ja, Bisje. Angona.
Yeah, now we're talking. Big bait, big fish. Speaking of big fish, I've spent the last 10 years of my life traveling all over the world just hunting for big fish. And you know what? I've bumped into quite a few of them, and a disproportionate number of them were caught on Rapalas. As a matter of fact, if you check the record books, I think you can find out that more world record fish have been caught on a Rapala than on any other lure that's made. Freshwater, saltwater, salmon, trout, you name it, this is the lure that gets them. There's a couple of reasons for it, actually. I think big fish bite them because they're good baits. But more importantly than that, after they bite them, the lure stays intact and you wind up catching the fish. A lot of times people are disappointed when they lose big fish, and half the reason is that the bait fails or the hooks fail or the split rings pull out or something. With Rapalas, you don't need to worry about that. That one you're looking at there on the wall with all the holes in it, that one has some memories. There was a Capurro run, as I recall, on the Paragua River.
Strategically located at Uramas Falls on the Paragua River, deep in the jungles of Venezuela, this is probably the best spot on Earth to catch jumbo payara. The cauldrons below these rapids are amazingly deep, 85 to 120 feet, which explains why this spot is so significant in the otherwise relatively shallow river. The reason the payara are here now is to eat a small bait fish called a capurro, which is making a spawning run. The fast water serves as a natural barrier, and the payara take advantage of the swift, turbulent current and slaughter these defenseless capurro by the thousands. I'm hoping they're going to like my blaze orange Rapala.
Hairy territory here.
Fish, fish! Look at that! Captain!
He's only got one tooth. Stay in there with him, just stay in there with him. That's a big fish. Check it out! Wow! This is Dr. Payara, and this is a big one, and we're in the spot where virtually all the world records have been caught.
This guy lost a tooth in the battle, but not to worry. His mouth is like a Swiss Army knife. He's got spares. Check this out.
Wow! That's all you needed right there. That is great. surface. Coming up, coming up.
You know, that's where he's getting to be respectable.
Good looking fish.
That other little fellow that's just next to him, that fire tiger jobby with the plastic lip. First time I fished the Pasamoni River in, where is it, in Venezuela. I asked the guide, where's the biggest peacock bass you've ever seen in the river? He said, well, it's up here. He says, but it won't bite. We pop up there, throw a few topwater lures. I get it to come out and boil. Sneak that Rapala. It's actually a saltwater Magnum floating version. I think it's about a 13 centimeter. Snuck that out of my box, got parallel to shore, actually flipped it into the brush, twitched it 3 times. Had a 43-inch peacock eat it. Here's what he looked like.
Bottom, back up. Reverse, go, go. Reverse, come on, quick.
Grande, muy grande.
Wait.
We go get him? Go in or no?
You're not going to believe this thing when I pull it out of the water. Big one! Coming up.
Ay, big one. Grande, por favor.
What a mule.
Okay, Buster, here we come. Yeah, there's what a really big boy looks like.
I almost didn't catch that peacock bass. You see that other little lure hanging there just to the right of him, the one with the metal bill? Well, that's got some fond memories too. Fishing with it one day on the I guess it was in the middle of the Zambezi River, actually about 4 miles below the mouth of the Kafui. I was chunking that lure, dirty water, and I caught the biggest tiger fish I'd ever caught and the biggest tiger that they'd ever seen in that part of the river.
The lower Zambezi is so full of shallow sandbars, it's almost impossible to navigate during early morning or late afternoon. In order to extend our fishing time, we plotted the channel yesterday on our GPS during good light conditions, and now we're following the path. The only problems are avoiding the hippos and the influx of dirty water and vegetation caused by the hydro dam upstream.
Grant's just taken to my favorite bank. But look at the color of it. It's just filthy. The goo that you see in the waters come from a hydro dam. I put on a big bright CD mag Rapala. It's going to increase our odds in this dirty water, but I don't think we're going to be able to catch any fish in this condition.
Noticing clearer water on the sand flat immediately adjacent to the deep, dirty clay cut, I decide to make a couple of casts behind a sand break in the event the tigers may have shifted here to take advantage of the better visibility.
He's coming at me really fast. We got a piece of wood. Whoa, man! Not that hard, I can do it. Hold it. Hold it. Really down low. Great, thank you. Look at the size of that thing! Woo!
There we go. I like just touching the points up with the file. And you take the barbs down with a Dremel, it makes it a lot quicker. And you don't have to worry about wrecking the steel by getting them too hot. Speaking of hot, that tigerfish was really something, wasn't it? Well, if you just pop a little bit further north in Africa, north of the Zambezi, north of the equator, and get up into Egypt, there's a river called the Nile. On the Nile, there's a dam called the Aswan. Decided to check it out. I was dragging that fire tiger Rapala there on the right in probably 15, 20 feet of water. And I had an animal grab onto the thing that I couldn't believe it when I saw it. We're talking a giant.
This has been one of the most fun trips of my life, and as we continue to troll along the craggy banks of Nasser, I can't imagine what could happen to make this trip any better. My wandering thoughts are interrupted by what feels like a nuclear submarine on the end of my line.
Man, he hit like a ton of bricks.
Boy. It's all the way down to the bottom. I felt the line go chick on something. It's coming up. Go ahead and start her up and pull us back out into deep water.
It feels like it's just hooked to the bottom.
He's coming up.
Oh my gosh! Back up.
Down there.
Get on it.
Oh my God! Several hundred pounds! Wow!
Don't let it slack.
No slack. I'm hip, no slack. Did you see the width of his back? Did you see that?
This fish is way out of control. This is beyond what I can handle with this rig. I've got 20-pound magnafin on a musky stick, and I've got a fish that looks to me to be 200 pounds. And this just dwarfs anything else we've seen. Can you hear my heart beating and my knees knocking? Let's get him behind us again. Go around him this way, please. There he is. He's on the surface. On the surface. Look at him. Look at him. Look at this whale. Oh, man. Easy, easy.
Quick,
Okay.
another gaff. Put a gaff hole in him.
Okay. Okay, get his tail. Balance his tail. I want to bring him up this way. Okay. There we go. On his tail, Tim. Get his tail. Lift up his tail. I'm gonna do a squat. Here we go. Hup, up, yeah. Now that is a big boy. All right, let's put it back in the water.
Catching fish isn't really that difficult. You need some luck, you need to go where they live, and you need to put something in front of them that they want to eat. If the world record book means anything, odds are the thing they want to eat is some kind of a Rapala.